Hi, I'm Mary Hall, and I'm the director of our Sisters Ministry here at the River. Welcome to another devotional for 21 Days of Prayer. Today, I want to talk about seeking the approval of man before God. As I was preparing to write this devotional, I looked at several scriptures from John that I had marked in my Bible because they'd spoken to me at one time or another. And when I looked at my list, I was surprised to see that 3 of them all talked about the same thing. So I said, okay, Lord, I guess this is what I'm to talk about. But it meant admitting that I was wrong in some area of my life, and that's never fun because our pride gets in the way. When I was younger, I wanted to be the best at whatever I did. I wanted to be the best student, the best daughter, the best teacher, and the best everything. And I think it may have been because it got my parents' approval when I did something well. They praised me. And that started a trend with me in that I thrived on that, and I enjoyed getting the approval of others, and I sought it. I mean, everyone wants a pat on the back, right? Even the disciples argued about who was the greatest in Luke 9:46. What about you? Do you live for that affirmation? As I got older, I grew to love getting the praise of others even more. I'm a teacher by profession, and recognition as a teacher, that really got me pumped. I also wanted to be the best mom, and praise for my kids, well, that meant praise for me, or so I thought. Life was sort of a competition for me, a competition to be the best. My brother-in-law, who was not shy about leading others to Christ, had this verse underlined in his Bible when he passed away, and I think it applies here. It's John 3:30, and it says, "He must increase, but I must decrease." And in the Message, it says this is the assigned moment for him to move into the center while I slip off to the sidelines. It's time for me to slip off to the sidelines. We need to decrease in importance and be sure our focus is on Christ and not us. We want to draw people to Christ and not ourselves. We need to worry less about ourselves and what others think of us. We need to walk with God and glorify Him and help others to do the same. But unfortunately, it's taken me a long time to learn that, and I'm still learning. Most of my life, I put the focus more on myself and my achievements. John 12:43 says, "For they love the glory that comes from man more than the glory that comes from God." Ouch. When I saw that verse, I had to ask myself if that was true of me. I didn't want it to be, but I was afraid that maybe it was. Do I seek the praise of men more than God? It was referring to the Pharisees. Am I a Pharisee? I don't want to be. Alistair Begg, in his devotional Truth for Life, says, "Only the grace of God can get your focus off of yourself and set you free from yourself." We need to be set free from ourselves. Only gazing at the one who left the glories of heaven to die for you on a cross can change your heart so that you seek to serve, not to be served, and care less about your prestige than you do about the good of others. Jesus is calling you today to serve, even as He serves you. Jesus gave His life for me. He gave His life. Let's take the focus off of ourselves and put it on Jesus. I have to tell you today that in this season of my life, when my job is no longer there to give me status, approval, or praise because I'm retired, and my kids are grown and out of my home, I'm more fulfilled than I've ever been. And the reason is because my desire now is to minister to other women and help them to find Jesus and find connection with each other in the body of Christ. I want to bring glory to Christ and not myself. When I go home after meeting with someone about baptism or mentoring them for a season, I'm filled with such joy, more fulfilled than any public accolades could ever give me. It is such a privilege and a blessing to help draw others closer to Jesus. Matthew 20:28 says, "The Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give His life as a ransom for many." How are you living your life to glorify Christ? to point others to Christ and not yourself? How are you giving your life to serve so that others might know Christ or know Him better? Pray and ask God to show you how to do that practically. Then ask Him to give you the courage and fortitude to follow through and to actually do it.